There I stood in front of their office where Hope once lived. Just last week they smiled at me. Polished suits, firm handshakes, sweet promises. Your money will work for you, they said. Mama, I am sorry. I put everything in. The rent, the kids' school fees, even your medication money. 20% in 7 days. It sounded like a miracle. I thought I was finally breaking free. Years ago, I was told the true life story of a bank worker, a cash officer to be precise, who got wind of a Ponzi scheme that would give him 100% returns on investment. And because he didn't have that money, he wanted to make it big, cash out big time. And so he decided to take some money. Of course, he lent himself some money. This was customers' money that was put under his care for him to manage. And he decided to just find his way around, helping himself with millions of this money. He has calculated to take out this money on a Friday evening, and then they will have it returned Monday morning. He would, of course, corner the excess, the other 100% into it for his own personal use, while he returns the money he has lent without doing it properly. But luck ran out of him Monday morning when auditors resumed in that location with everybody else. And of course, when auditors visit a bank location, the first thing they do is to check that the cash is intact. They compare the physical cash in the vault with what is written down in the register, as well as what is left on the system. And so when they checked it, they discovered a huge sum of money has gone missing. That was the end of the career of this promising young man, and that was the beginning of his dream and downfall. He suffered consequences it took, if he ever recovered from it. I really don't know. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ada and this is Strive with Ada. I'm excited to have you here today. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Please do me well to just subscribe to this video, support my channel, share and like, and please drop your comments. I want to hear from you. I want to read from you. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Now, I'm sure most of us have heard about the CBEX platform that crashed after making people some even went to borrow money. People borrowed, people lost their savings, their investments, everything that they owned. They put it into this a scam, this Ponzi scheme, hoping to cash out big time. But the disappointment was really, really terrible. You need to see the wailing and the crying of a very large number of the populace in Nigeria who fell victims of these scammers. You know, they came prepared. It's an orchestrated Ponzi scheme. They even have offices. But the way owners of this business are not known, you know, they paid people to show up as the owners, as maybe their representative, as managers of the business, while they were hiding behind the scene. Because they knew it was just a game plan. They knew that a time will come when they wouldn't be able to continue. Now, what Ponzi scheme generally does is that they rob Peter to pay Paul. I collect your money, and then I tell you to do a multi-level marketing, bring in more people. When you bring in more people, I collect from A. For instance, you are A, I collect from B and I give to A. B brings a CD, you know, I collect from CD and I pay AB, and it continues like that. So there's a level to which you can sustain this kind of Ponzi scheme. It gets to a place it will definitely crash, and then those people will just make away with all the money. I remember one time, there are different means, different ways. When you see people making this money, you begin to wonder, let me just try. You get. But then, if we don't allow greed to take over us, if we see these things and we actually stamp our feet down and say, no, we are not doing it, we won't fall victims. We won't. Or even if we want to do something like that, you just make up your mind to invest whatever it is that when you lose it, you won't even bat an eyelid. You don't have to become greedy to go and put in so much money to, you know, get more returns. Money that you will not cry over when you lose it. It's what, in my opinion, should be used for such kind of schemes, if at all you want to try it out. I'm just beginning to imagine people who borrowed money, or people who bought something little and they had to go and look for more to bring in. Something that is just robotic. You said it's AI powered. You bring in people, you grow, you're making more money, you know all those things. What are they trading in? If you want to invest your money in a business, you have to ask, what kind of business? What are you going to do with the money I'm investing in? What kind of business do you do? What kind of trading do you do? You know, how do you sell to make income for you to be able to pay even 50%? Is a Ponzi scheme, is a scam. Not to talk of 100% returns on investment. Please question investments before you go into it. Sometimes it's better to even go with the same investment. The returns may be very small. You know, I talked about treasury bills in one of my videos. The returns may be small, but at least you're guaranteed. Your money is guaranteed. It cannot disappear. I was once a part of this Ponzi scheme. There was a business then that you just discover people paying money into that account as a teller in the bank. Like, what is it that people are paying this money for? And I joined them. The returns were steadily coming in every week or every 2 weeks? I think it's bi-weekly. I'm not sure now. It's been a long time. You know, so after being a victim of such scheme, there's no way to even go into such again. There are better investments. You can invest in property, you can invest in land, you can invest in federal government bonds. They are secured. You can buy stocks and shares and then wait a long time for it to grow and yield returns on investment. Quick get rich quick schemes, they don't last. You rather lose than even gain anything from those people. Now I quickly want to go into ways you can find out scammers in platforms like these or Ponzi scheme. Now the first thing, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That is the one red flag you should notice. If they are telling you to invest something, go into an investment that looks too good to be true, or they are saying something that doesn't sound real, then it's not true. You don't have to go into it. Anything that is legit, your hard-earned labor that you're using to earn your income should be fine. You shouldn't follow the crowd. Let them cash out. When they crash, at least you won't be crashing with them if you did not join them to be cashing out when they are. Well, another thing we can do to guard against this kind of reoccurrence is to research platforms. Find out, do research. Don't just listen to hearsay. Those people marketing you to join them, they have something to gain when you join. You bring in people, you go up the ladder. So they're not just marketing you for your own benefit, they also have a gain in it. So it's not as if they are telling you because they want to share their wealth or whatever. So do your research. Google these things. Find out a company that is doing Ponzi scheme. Are they registered? What is their registered name? Who will hold them accountable? We know that banks, they have a regulatory body. Businesses and organizations have a regulatory body. The professionals have regulatory bodies. If they misbehave, those regulatory bodies will bring them to order. All these people, they're not even registered anywhere in the world. They've just gone into hiding with people's hard-earned money. Such a pity. I have said this before and I'm saying it again. Don't invest what you cannot afford to lose. Don't invest what you cannot afford to lose. If they are talking about an investment you're not clear about, you don't even understand, then put in something that even if you lose it, you're not bothered. You don't go and bring in all your life savings or all your hard-earned money and just put it into that thing because you want the returns to just double overnight. It doesn't work like that. Like I said, they're just robbing Peter to pay Paul. There's no business they are doing. There's no trading of any sort they are doing. It's just a scheme. They just developed a means to rob people of their money. So next time you want to go into an investment you're not sure of, you don't have facts, you don't have figures, you have doubts, then invest what you can afford to lose. Now the last thing I want to talk about here that we can learn from this is we have to look out for signs whether these things are scams. How do you know signs and red flags for scams? Number one, there's no transparency. Everything is hidden. You don't know anything about them. You don't know who the guy at the top is. They don't have any registration of any sort. They are not transparent. You know that when there's urgency, do this thing now, do it now. When they are giving you urgency, they are pushing you to just invest fast. That is it. Just pause and watch. Another thing you can look at is the fact that they are assuring you of guaranteed profits. Profits from where? You and I know how hard it is to make money. Even as a businessman, for you to buy something at a lower cost, and to make a profit and make a margin, you have to pay cost, cost of production will have to come in and all of that. So how can somebody just wake up one day and just put some money into the stuff, and then your money doesn't do anything? In 1 month's time you've gotten 100% returns? It doesn't make any sense, any economic, any logical sense to anybody, but because of greed. Because we are generally greedy people. We want to just cash out big. And so we fall victims of terrible situations and circumstances. But I just want to drop it here, and I hope that you have learned 1 or 2 things from my video, and for you to also guard against a future reoccurrence. This money is gone. I don't think it can ever be recovered. But to guide against it, as you pick up your pieces of your life together, if you are a victim, and if you are not a victim, shout out to you. But if you are a victim, pick up pieces of your life together and move on. Count your losses and then move on and be wiser. MMM came, so many Ponzi schemes has been, they've been cashing out on Nigerians big time before now. But these people came sophisticated, they came with technology. They perfected the game. High level scammers they are. Such a pity. Thank you for staying till this time. Please drop your comments. Were you a victim, or have you been a near victim? Let us know in the comments. Until I come your way in my next video, bye for now.